What the hell am I about to eat? There's eyeballs on it.
Now, this looks to be our first look at inside the center's house construction.
Is the chopper backpack? Here we go. We've had an update. What is the verdict? Are we getting a tribute store this year or not? Let's see what's going on.
Okay guys, we're back at Universal Studios Florida. It's time for a massive Halloween Horror Nights 2026 update. There's rumors of Little Boo returning this year now. There's rumors, there's speculation, there's new Minion stuff we gotta go cover. But on that note, it's time to talk about the Halloween Horror Nights shirt of the day. Now this is considered the worst piece of merchandise ever created for Halloween Horror Nights as a shirt. It is the Bloody Mary shirt from 2008. Look at this monstrosity. It says, "Wanna see scary?" down there. So on that note, let's roll the commercial.
For Halloween Horror Nights 18, we knew we needed more horror content than we'd ever had before in the previous 17 events. Bloody Mary is one of the most widely recognized urban legends of all time. If you stand in front of a mirror and chant her name 3 times, you will bring her forth. You will conjure her. She's a spirit that will bring darkness and evil upon you. And so every guest at Halloween Horror Nights 18 is stepping through Mary's mirror and going to live that nightmare. Everything in Halloween Horror Nights 18 is based around an urban legend, a myth, a fairy tale, a nightmare, or a fable, and it all lives in the world behind Mary's mirror. So, for example, the body collectors, this house, you've heard of Jack the Ripper, you've heard of people disappearing, bodies disappearing, and body parts. Well, this is where it all happens. Guests are going to come into the event and they are immersed in Halloween from the second they come through the gate to the second they leave at night. Everywhere you go, on every street, is a scare show. So more than we've ever done before.
Okay, welcome back. I don't think we will ever get something this bad. So on that note, let's go head into the theme park. All right, first mission of the day. Looks like something got placed in the Boris Schuster office.
Over at the Creepy Concoctions, they've added some lays along the fence to kind of bring in some guests. This is where the old Christmas shop is. As you know, they're kind of building out Finnegan's. They kind of have this just all kind of covered up now. They got like some duct tape, but they're just trying to cover it all up so no one can see in. All right, here we go. We've had an update. What is the verdict? Are we getting a tribute store this year or not? Let's see what's going on. There's something new on the board. Okay, so now let's go over all the Easter eggs in the window.
So we'll first start with the Kitty Cat Club picture. Now, if you remember the jukebox from the Mardi Gras tribute store, you can see the title Helpless. It seemed like Boris was kind of calling for action because he needed help saving the tribute store for this year. The next piece of paper has appeared. See these and many more only at the Sideshow Obscura. Now, if you remember the Mardi Gras tribute store, we saw this image and now we know that's part of the Obscura tribute store. We'll see the clown pop up in the tribute store. And then up to the right, we see a returning name, Madame Bazel. She has the storefront right below Boris Schuster. Now, the last time we saw her in a tribute store was HHN 2023, I believe, in the All Hallows Eve boutique. When Oddfellow had his, traveling carnival there, she was one of the people who's traveling with him. So she had a little spot set up in the back. Now it says New York City, 1208 5th Avenue, New York. Now, where is that?
1208 is the old location of the tribute store, aka meaning it'll be returning here for Halloween Horror Nights this year.
So it does look like this is confirming that it will be going to the Mummy Extended Queue, where we know and love where they put tribute stores. Now there's a ticket right below. You'll see non-refundable. You'll see Tribby right there, the HHN tribute store mascot, but dressed up as a clown, for the Sideshow Obscura, tribute to the macabre and the bizarre. So that looks like it's gonna be the title and the overarching theme for the tribute store this year. Special early bird tickets, because they're kind of teasing what it is. No refunds. Ticket not valid for Midway games or ride. This is them kind of teasing. No Mummy gift shop tribute store. This is going back to where it's supposed to be. Sideshow Obscura is not responsible for any injury, loss of limbs, or death.
Which then will lead us to Madame Basil's psychic reading. She's been popping up all over the place. Looks like she might be returning. There's a new poster Look over that.
So then what has been added with Madame Basil right below Boris? We can see she has some suitcases, so she's packing up to go. On the road, it looks like Fortunes by the mystic Madame Basil. Psychic reading. A small payment for a lifetime of knowledge. Let Madame Basil guide you. Trust the stars. Now, as you know, Dr. Oddfellow and all those zodiac symbols, the stars, kind of connecting with that. Your fortune told only by your own hand. Wise words summoned to you by the cosmos. So it does look like she will be a part of the new tribute store, and it will be returning to New York. This is one of the biggest wins ever for the Universal fan base. As we can see, the Steven Spielberg experience is taking over the Hollywood location. The Wicked tribute store is not going anywhere right now. So there was pretty much no tribute store for this year, for an anniversary year. So the Mummy wanted to keep the extended queue. They weren't gonna allow a tribute store in there. So it was looking like there was gonna be no tribute store whatsoever because they wanted to use the extended queue. Everyone behind the scenes was like, Kevin, there's zero chance of this happening. All the creators, all the fans, everybody teamed up together, and thousands upon thousands of messages and tweets and emails got sent into Universal, and we f***ing won, everyone. It's looking like the tribute store is returning to frickin' New York City. It's happening. When you guys walk into the tribute store this year, anybody who sent in a tweet or a message or stop by guest relations, you help make the tribute store happen. It's gonna return to New York City.
I'm so excited for whatever they're gonna pull off. Let's see what's going on with the Fast and Furious coaster construction. There's plenty of space for the guests to leave the tribute store and exit. The construction walls are down. Not too much happening with the Fast and Furious house construction. They're still working on refurbing the side of the building. The scrim is just massive. It takes up the entire building. Outside Richter's, this was covered up last time, but now it's been uncovered. Thank God for these cool zones everywhere throughout Universal. Now, the one thing I don't think people are expecting this year is just the amount of IPs that are coming to Halloween Horror Nights. There's going to be so many IPs. There's going to be something for everyone. It's going to be absolutely bonkers this year. But don't worry, there will be enough love for the, you know, the icons and the original stuff and, you know, all the classic HHN stuff. Over the river and through the woods to Truck Gate we go. They're trying to lure people in with a cool zone to the Backlot Club. Again, there's no update about what's going on. We've not had really an update since Christmas. There's no new updates, guys. It's like the meme of like the guy just, you know, poke it with a stick. We need something to happen with the Backlot Club. I thought they were gonna do special summertime stuff. Still doing it. I'm still collecting the XP because stuff is on the way or planned, but currently there's really not much going on. We are down to one truck. Look at that. This door we can now see. Now when it came to The Simpsons, there's gonna be some special holiday merchandise. Five Fires got some images of them doing like a little photo shoot. The statue has been missing for months. I wonder when it's gonna return. I think they were just refurbing it. All the lettering for the horror makeup show has disappeared. And let's head into Five and Dime, see if anything has changed. Looks like they have all the Sinners merch fully stocked. They got the hats, they got the little acrylic pieces, the shirts. Universal did send out another package to creators. So they sent them the acrylic figure, but there was a new little piece of paper.
So Five Fires posted this from the PR box, and it says, Universal Orlando Resort and Universal Studios Hollywood invites Warner Brothers Pictures Academy Award-winning film Sinners into their iconic gates for Halloween Horror Nights 2026. We're thrilled to share our latest figure inspired by the Sinners Haunted House, a bold new addition for your infernal carnival collectible display. Now, Universal also tweeted out this. Are you gonna let them in? All new limited release Sinners merch is here. Now, this looks to be our first look at inside the Sinners house. We can see the distressed wood, the different colors. So it's our first tease of inside the houses.
They have so many of the Universal minis left. Speaking about Scarecrow and Horror Unleashed, we do have some news about Horror Unleashed.
Now, Horror Unleashed recently posted an image of the grabber from the Black Phone, but we have some bad news. That experience is like gone now. Stitch Kingdom tweeted out this. Oof, they moved Megan and removed the Black Phone 2 photo op, which they plussed just like a month ago. No Obsession promo either. So the van and the little pop-up props are now gone, it looks like. And then someone said this is Universal's unpopular Disney Quest, and then Stitch Kingdom had to say this: I think the next event next month is going to be a make or break. I don't know much about it, but the team members are all super excited about it, and I've had about 5 or 6 that I regularly see / interact with volunteer their excitement, including Jack, about it to me. The rumor on the street, it's a pretty well-known IP to be coming as the new experience for the summertime.
The Vampire Queen was like doing a meet and greet thing.
Come visit the Vampire Queen for all your big summer glow up beauty secrets.
All right, let's pop into the Brown Derby discount store, see if there's any new cool merch. They have a Wicked chess set they can pick up. All the Wicked plushes have started to pop up in here too. You got the Flying Monkeys, and they got the Jimmy Fallon shirt, the Dueling Dragons one. I never thought I'd see Eternals merch in a discount store. Even the Grad Bash 2026 shirts. So if you ever see anything in that shop, buy it immediately, because it's not like a constant stock. What's there is there, and when it's gone, it's gone. So if you see something, pick it up. VillainCon is a 25-minute wait. Summer crowds are starting to pop up, because normally it's like a 5, maybe 10-minute wait for VillainCon. So let's head over to Minions Cafe, and that's where the new weird monster food is. Minions and Monsters, only in theaters July 1st. Just Minion looking at. This is the same thing I saw come out of the toilet after eating a Carnival dog a couple years ago. Here we go, Minion Cafe. We have all the Rockstar Minions. We got the S up there. Could that be about Slash? Murdy was tweeting about Slash, so on that note.
There's John Murdy right there. John!
So John tweeted out this: looking at the latest mass, makeup, and special effects sculpts, it's gonna be a good year for horror. He also said, finished the 59-page outline for the second house I'm working on for HHN 2027 at Universal Studios Hollywood. Tons of research went into this one too. We'll start writing the full treatment next week. Now it's time for a super secret meeting on a super secret subject with some super secret colleagues. How did you meet Slash? He came to see Black Sabbath 13 3D, and after I took him through it, he wanted to be involved in HHN, and we've been working together ever since. Super secret subject. Is this for a house or something personal? John says, house. What's one thing you had to research for this treatment? A type of art form that was popular in a certain place and time, but is all but extinct now. One word to describe the treatment for this house. Well, I've only written the outline, not the treatment yet, but soil comes to mind. I love listening to music when I write. Do you listen to music while doing the creative process? Any bands you love listening to most when you write? John says, I only listen to music when I'm trying to pick a particular piece for a scene, so it's real specific to the house I'm working on. I do, however, have a playlist I listen to before event nights. It's a collection of songs that have meaning to my time with HHN. Serious question. How does one get into writing for HHN houses? I always wanted to get in behind the scenes, but have no idea how. John says, specifically on the writing side, I've written all the houses / tear trams for Universal Studios Hollywood for 21 years. So there isn't anyone else on the team that does that. I do kind of wish there were some more people that wrote for the houses, so we had some variety, because in Orlando, different people are in charge of different houses, so that's why they feel drastically different, where it's their voice. Where John is just in charge of all of Universal Studios Hollywood, I wish there was some more input from other minds, if that makes sense. The amount of research and detail that goes into these treatments is honestly insane. When you're developing multiple HHN years at once, how do you keep each house feeling creatively distinct while fitting the overall vision for the event? John says, it's a challenge because I like to totally immerse myself at whatever I'm writing at the time, and it's tough to break the concentration to go back and forth. Have you worked with these super secret colleagues before, or is this your first time working with them? John says, oh yeah, for a long time. Have you ever considered changing up the rhythm of scares in your houses? The strobe lights and recorded screams get a little tiresome and low energy compared to the improv inspired in Knott's Scary Farm Mazes. I really enjoy their lack of pre-recorded sound. John says, for jump scares, I always think of it like a movie, which is usually as an audio sting associated with it. There's also a practical reason. When we didn't provide it in the past, performers resorted to hitting the set to make a startle sound, which isn't sustainable for a long run.
So they had like a minion calzone, but I thought it was like
an actual like meat-filled calzone, but it's not. It's all like sweet treats. There's like a sweet lemonade, a cupcake, and like a sweet calzone. So we'll see how it is. What the hell am I about to eat? There's eyeballs on it. Irene's creamsicle cheesecake calzone, pizza dough filled with cheesecake bites and orange marmalade with a orange vanilla cream with candy eyeballs. I've eaten many weird things in my time at theme parks. This one might be the weirdest. All right, let's cut into our calzone, whatever. Whoa. Look at that. That's all like cheesecake in there. So the inside is just kind of this like mushy, warm cheesecake. I like it, but I don't like it. Don't give this to a kid because you'll be regretting it for the rest of the day. It is just sticky and icky and it'll get all over them. So I'm gonna do a 6.5. It's strange.
Feed me! Feed me! I need more cheesecake! Please!
But now it's time to try the drink. All right, so we got the Monster Marshmallow Lemonade, strawberry lemonade with marshmallow topping with ice sprinkles. Okay, really sweet, really tart. You get that weird kind of marshmallowy flavor on top, but I'm gonna do like 7 out of 10 on the drink. Now it's time for the cupcakes. This is the last thing to try. It's gonna be Howard's Berry Lemonade Cupcake, blue berry lemonade cupcake garnished with a tentacle gummy. Yummy. Looks like there's some sort of filling in there. Let's try some tentacle in there. Didn't really taste like a cupcake, more like a berry flavored kind of muffin. You know, like when you eat blueberry muffin, and it's kind of the blueberry juice that's kind of like seeped into the muffin. I'm gonna do a 6.5 on it. I think kids will really enjoy it. I think the best thing was the lemonade.
Now we just popped into the main Universal store. They have a ton of new merchandise for Minions and Monsters. The eyes creep me out. Oh my God, who would buy that thing? $45, you can buy Nightmare Fuel Henry.
More cheesecake!
$25 for the little shoulder plush, and then $20 for the new cup, $30 for this little kid shirt, show me that smile, and then $20 we do have a park exclusive mystery box, so you can only buy these inside Universal. They have one of Wizard Ed, Knight Henry, James, Gomi, Phillips, Howard, and the mystery. And then $35 they have this new adult shirt, Caution, Content Creator. $35 they have a bucket hat on this side. You got one of the minions going into the abyss with all the eyeballs, and then this monster chasing the minions on this side. And then $35 they have a glow in the dark hat with that minion being lost into the abyss. And then $35 BFF, and there's all the different monsters chasing the minions. And then $40 for this adult t-shirt. So they have a new store display also set up for the new film.
It is 1:20 now. That means hell has opened up here in Orlando. The heat is here. So let's see what's going on for the Fast Coaster, and then also if there's anything at the City Walk store.
They got some One Piece merch I don't remember seeing at FanFest, exclusively from FanFest nights. $22 you have this little plush of Luffy, and then $30 you have the fruit that says One Piece on the bucket hat. We saw this tank top, $35, but then you got is the Chopper backpack. Oh, it looks like he's riding on your back. So $50 they have the straps, and it'll look like little choppers on your back. Then you can store some stuff actually in his backpack. It's a cool little plush. $90 they have the lounge fly for One Piece, and then on the back it'll have Luffy's wanted poster.
All right, let's see what's going on with the family coaster. No new track yet. We saw that piece installed a couple days ago, but it looks like they got more supports for the track. So hopefully this week we get some more track pieces. You can see some of the crew working on top of that building up there. Looks like they're sealing up the roof maybe. Okay, so I did finally see Obsession. The film is as good as everybody has said. It's wonderful. If you've never seen it, I think it's my favorite horror movie of the year. It was Hokum. Hokum is just like a solid, fun, good, spooky time, but Obsession is just like a really good film. The actress who plays the main girl, incredible, so good. I thought the director did a wonderful job. There's some truly haunting, eerie sound design there that will truly disturb you to your core. Really enjoyed it. 9 out of 10. I'm excited to see the next films that he makes.
All right, robots are taking over City Walk. So on that note, let's go back to the office, back to the AC, and talk about some Little Boo stuff.
Okay guys, we're back in the office. So now we have some rumors and speculation about Little Boo returning for Halloween Horror Nights 2026. So the official, unofficial Little Boo Twitter account tweeted out this. And then the Pumpkin Lord tweeted out, "My realm will return soon." We see Little Boo kind of freaked out. So it looks like Little Boo will be returning this year. If you look on the spec maps, there seems to be a Pumpkin Lord, maybe Club Horror showing up. So we might see Little Boo pop up inside that rumored Pumpkin Lord scare zone. Again, these are just rumors. There's gonna be so much happening for this year's HHN. I'm so excited. Again, we still have a long road until it starts. But on that note, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button and join the family.
I love the family.
Because I'm gonna keep you up to date on all things Halloween Horror Nights and Universal Studios around the country. I love you all. I'll see y'all very soon.
What the hell am I about to eat? There's eyeballs on it.
World Cup's about to happen. They got some prizes.